Welcome to episode 28 from Perfect English with Danny. Today we're going to talk about how to ask for repetition in different ways. You ask someone to repeat what they have said when you have not heard them or when you have not understood them. You can also ask someone to repeat what they have said when you feel that what they have said is impolite or surprising. We'll start by looking at how you can ask someone for repetition in an informal way. In an informal situation, you usually ask someone to repeat what they have said using a short fixed expression such as sorry, I'm sorry, or pardon. For example, have you seen the health guidebook anywhere? Sorry? Seen the health guidebook? Well, what about it? I'm sorry? What about it? How old is she? Pardon? I said, how old is she? Some people say, come again? For example, it's on Monday. Come again? Monday. In American English, excuse me is generally used. Some people say, pardon me? For example, you do see him once in a while, don't you? Excuse me? I thought you saw him sometimes. Some people use what, you what, or a to ask someone to repeat something, but you have to be careful because these expressions are not exactly considered polite. They're a little bit on the impolite side. For example, do you want another coffee? What? Do you want another coffee? Well, I still have a checkbook. I said I still have a checkbook. So you see, these are not exactly the words you want to use, even informally if you want to sound polite. You can use a WH word to check part of what someone has said. For example, can I speak to Nikki, please? Who? Nikki. We've got a special offer in April for Mallorca. For where? Mallorca. I don't like the tinkling. The what? The tinkling. If you think you heard what someone said but are not sure or are surprised, you can repeat it or repeat part of it, making it sound like a question. For example, I just told her that rain's good for her complexion. Rain? I have a message for you. A message? You can also add again to the end of a question when you are asking someone to repeat something that they told you a little while ago and which you have forgotten. For example, we say, what's his name again? Or, where are we going again? And now let's move to how to ask someone for repetition, but in a more formal way. When talking to someone you do not know well, for example, on the phone, you use longer expressions such as, sorry, what did you say? Or, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry, would you mind repeating that again? And would you repeat that, please? For example, what about tomorrow at 3? Sorry, what did you say? I said, what about meeting tomorrow at 3? Would you repeat that? I didn't quite catch it. The expressions beg your pardon and I beg your pardon are sometimes used, but they are fairly formal and old-fashioned. But you could still hear them from time to time. For example, did he listen to you? Beg your pardon? Did he listen to you? Did they have a dog? I beg your pardon? I said, did they have a dog? Note that I beg your pardon but not beg your pardon is also used to indicate that you find what someone says surprising or offensive. In this case, the word beg is stressed. For example, where the devil did you get her? I beg your pardon? So you see, we stress on beg a little bit more to show that we do not exactly approve of what the other person said, and we find it a little bit surprising or offensive. And that's about all the ways you need to know when you want to ask someone for repetition. Remember, some of them are informal, some of them are formal, and some of them are impolite. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you have learned something new today, and if you like what you have learned, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I post new videos. You wouldn't want to miss out on these videos. This is Perfect English with Danny saying goodbye for now, and see you in the next video.